Rim Country News brought to you by Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. Same stop, different horses since 1916. And by Terlucas and Brandt, CPA PLLC, with a long history of providing quality CPA services right here in Rim Country. On this Wednesday, April 21st, for Tano TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson with your Rim Country News headlines. Well, the town of Payson has a trash problem. Those who don't want to pay for curbside garbage pickup service either dump their garbage in the forest or overwhelm local businesses' bins. Out-of-town visitors often do the same. Well, the Payson Roundup is reporting service options now include 4 different residential garbage companies. 4 hauling companies means 4 different ways residents have to hear a truck go up and down their street. Plus, the town has to pay for the damage caused by heavy trucks that stress roads with their thousands of pounds. Well, there's a stinky mess for the council to handle, but town staff needs answers to an expanding pile of complaints from local residents. Some of the most common nuisance complaints are open containers on a lot that leads to rodents or ravens scattering the trash. Those are the words of Sheila DeSchaff, Deputy Town Manager and Public Works Director, during an April 6th Council Work Study meeting. Her description was of some residents' preference to store up trash in a trailer, then take it to the garbage dump. Well, Town Manager Troy Smith was, quote, very surprised being new to the community. And he says, you have nice trail systems and then you see a recliner or a bag out in the forest. Well, the problem is really only going to grow unless the council is able to consider some other options. Those are the concerns of DeSchaff. She pitched several ideas to address the concerns. The first, the town create its own trash department as it did for water. The second, put the town's trash needs to bid and pick the best fit. Or you can come up with a hybrid between the two, said DeSchaff. Well, Smith has experience with both systems in town's trash collections. In one town, he said, quote, we had our own fleet of trash trucks. And then Smith said in another town, they provided municipal service, but through a contract. Now, he said we could leverage the whole community this way. Well, council members agreed the heavy trucks create damage and noise. They disagreed on how to fix the problem. Mayor Tom Morrissey advocated for the free market system that allows a consumer to choose their service. Vice Mayor Chris Higgins confirmed his concerns over the street damage. This made him say that he didn't feel the council could ignore the problem, so he asked staff to explore options for a bid for town-wide trash service. Well, that caused Councilor Jolynn Shinstock to request an analysis of how many, quote, employees and people and families would be affected if the town decided to pick one private company over another. Well, Smith didn't think we could predict that, as it would depend on the haulers, he said. He believed that if the town actually put service out to bid, the contract would be large enough to possibly attract companies from outside the area to move to Payson. A bid could also include ideas on how to provide recycling services here in Payson as well. Well, taking a look at other news, we're hoping that Payson and Rim Country residents will get on out and remember that it's time to fill the next blood drive here in town. That's just coming up this coming Monday, April 26th. They just have 20 more donor spots that are needed to be filled in their schedule. And they want to remind you that giving blood is among the most direct and most selfless ways that we can each contribute right here in our own communities. Healthy donors are urged to sign up online and give a pint. And did you know that your donation can really save up to 3 lives? And as an added and personal bonus, well, each pint gets tested for the presence of antibodies to COVID-19. Now, morning spots are already filled for this coming Monday, but opportunities are still available at 1, 2, 3:50, 4:10, and 5:30. You can choose your schedule or schedule your own appointment conveniently online at bloodhero.com or call 877-25-VITAL. Now, if you want to donate but are unable to do so on Monday, you can sign up for the next donation date, May 18th. That's hosted over at Culver's from 11 till 4 in Payson. Now, COVID-19 testing is an added bonus, as we mentioned, and it's free. If you're among those who may have contracted and recovered from COVID-19 but never had symptoms, both Vitalant and the American Red Cross screen blood donations for antibodies to the coronavirus that causes COVID-19. Vitalant sponsors both blood drives here in Payson and reports, quote, "We are providing this test to help find donors who are positive for antibodies and could help COVID-19 patients by becoming future convalescent plasma donors." Well, whether you test positive or negative for antibodies, they will provide you with your antibody test results. Now, specific questions about blood donations, plasma, or COVID-19 precautions, well, you can find out more about that at bloodhero.com. And finally, we had a chance to check on the new Gila County Animal Care and Control building in southern Gila County, and what a sight to see. Pretty impressive to see all the progress that has been done down there. Now, we don't have any official word yet on how quickly the construction project will actually be wrapped up, but this will no doubt be a major improvement for Gila County Animal Care and Control. Now, when this project is complete, Gila County's new animal shelter down in Globe will include 27 separate kennels for dogs, plus a grooming room where volunteers can bathe, comb, and beautify hopeful hounds eager for adoption. The current building only has room for kennels and storage. Grooming has often come from generous souls such as Charlene Giles, who donates doggy makeovers at her Tail Waggers grooming business in Globe. Now, on-site bathing and grooming are just one amenity. Another nice touch designed into the new shelter is a Get Acquainted room where adopters can meet their prospective new family members. Once they meet and greet the pet, they can proceed to a leashed walk outdoors with an adjacent fenced yard where they can walk together and spend some time, to kind of help ensure a good match. Now, the fenced yard expands opportunities for volunteers as well. People willing to help socialize shelter pets can chaperone them for outdoor play and exercise there. And yes, believe it or not, there's space for cats too. 10 cages allowing cats to be housed separately when needed, plus a community cat room and even a catio, along with meet and greet rooms similar to the space on the opposite side of the facility designed for dogs. Well, coming up in Rim Country weather, well, it looks like you can expect some pretty strong southwest winds and some very dry conditions today. As a result, a wind advisory and a red flag warning have been issued. Then it looks like we might have some wet weather headed our way. A complete report on your 7-day Rim Country weather forecast is coming up next. You're watching Rim Country News.
Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination. Jake started out as an Arizona stage stop way back in 1916, and folks have been stopping here ever since. Jake's also has been famous as a popular stopping spot for travelers headed to Rim Country or Roosevelt Lake. But as more people discover this historic stop, more and more, it becomes the destination. It was even featured in the 2008 movie Jake's Corner and later featured at the Sedona Film Festival. Ice-cold beers from the tap, imported or specialty beers, a generously stocked full bar, and great food that keeps you wanting to come back again and again. Enjoy a game of pool inside or step out and enjoy the covered patio and outdoor bar with live entertainment and much more. We hope to see you soon at one of the most historic stopping spots in Arizona, Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination.
Hi, I'm Michael Dowling with the Old County Inn and Pinewood Tavern. So we've been using Lucas and Brandt probably for the last 4 years. They've been really awesome to work with, Amy and Marguerite. They do everything now from pretty much all of our payroll needs, pay all of our taxes. They even help us on Fridays to pick up our checks, which is great since they're local. But I pretty much use them for everything. They've been awesome to work with, and they take off all the things I don't have to worry about as far as taxes go, so I can concentrate on my business. But as for now, they're pretty much doing all of my personal taxes, all of our payroll needs, all of our business taxes, and very affordable and just awesome to work with, and they're local. So we really appreciate them, and they've been a great partner with us so far.
Well, taking a look now at rim country weather, you can expect a windy and dry day today as low pressure moves through the southern Nevada area. Wind advisories and a red flag warning are in place for most of our area. The low pressure system shears out through southern Utah, and that'll be heading into Thursday with a secondary lobe moving into central Arizona late in the day tomorrow. Now that's going to weaken the winds, but enough mid-level instability exists for the possibility for a few showers and isolated thunderstorms Thursday afternoon into early Friday. Dry and stable northwest flow aloft develops on Friday afternoon. Early in the weekend, it looks like we should see a bit of a warming trend to be developing. Strong southwest winds return late in the weekend and early next week ahead of yet another trough, which brings more chances for rain and this time even some snow shower possibilities to our region late Monday and into Tuesday. We'll know more about that as it gets a little closer. Meanwhile, highs and lows around rim country today should look something like this. Here in Payson today, we're forecast to hit a high of 70, but with those winds really kicking up out there as well. Here in Payson, we're forecast, we have some winds between 16 to 21 miles an hour forecast this afternoon with peak gusts as high as 34 miles an hour. So really got to be careful with any fire out there. Then under mostly clear skies tonight with still some breezes, we're forecast to have a low down around 42 degrees. Up on top of the rim today at Forest Lakes, 59 is their forecast high there today. Their low tonight still dropping down to a frosty 32 degrees, and there is a red flag warning up there on top of the rim. Our neighbors up in the communities of Pine and Strawberry, well, you should see a high today near 66 degrees with a low tonight around 37. Over in Young, they can expect a high today near 71 with a low tonight around 37. And further downhill in Tonto Basin, well, things are going to get a little toastier down there. They should see a high today warming all the way up to around 85 degrees with their low tonight down around 51. And all the way down in the Valley of the Sun at Sky Harbor International Airport, well, it is going to be toasty today. They're forecast to get back into the 90s. 90 will be their high today with a very mild low tonight, only dropping to around 60 degrees. And that's what's happening around Rim Country. For Tonto TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson. Get out there and make it a great Hump Day Wednesday.
Right now, as you're watching this video, there are over 40 million people getting trafficked against their will. And what makes it even worse is that stat is notoriously underreported.
So many victims even know their traffickers well. A parent, a family friend, even spouses. 7 out of 10 victims are female.
1 out of 4 is a child. Those at greatest risk are the marginalized, the vulnerable, homeless, living in poverty. Human trafficking generates over $150 billion every single year. You know who spends the most? The U.S. You know what makes me even sadder is my home state of Florida, which I love, is near the highest every year. And probably within a mile of where I'm standing right now is a girl who has been or will be trafficked against her will. Guys, it's not good enough. We gotta do better. We need you to enter the fight, and we need you now.